Hey YouTube, these blades are the part of the Honshu line from United. That is United's new line, and it is their better stuff. All right, they're known for producing kind of a lot of junky stuff, but the Honshu line, from what I've seen, is kind of their effort to be more mainstream, to make better stuff, but it is still budget priced, which some of you will like quite a bit. The price on these is only about $25 each. Now the blade lengths on these is about 4 inches. They are both double-edged. The one on the right, they're calling it their Tanto push dagger, and the one on the left, they're calling it, I believe they call it their large silver finish push dagger. As you can see, the handles, it's really just the tang, and the tang is coated with some textured rubber. I'm not sure if it's craton or what type of rubber, but it does give an excellent grip. Now these push daggers are incredibly lightweight. All right, they only weigh about 2.7 ounces a piece, and I see these as a variation of a military type boot knife. I would not carry this type of thing around. I think this is the type of thing that a soldier might, have clipped to his boot, simply because the push dagger design is a lot more compact, and also with the handle being at 90 degrees to the blade, it's a lot easier to grab and deploy under stress. It's a lot easier to retain it. It's very hard for someone to take one of these away from you. Here is a close-up of the Tanto push dagger. See, it's very this could cause an extreme amount of damage when combined with boxing. If you have boxing training, kickboxing, whatever, if you know how to throw jabs and hooks and uppercuts, this integrates very well with that type of training. Here you see the handle. As for the ergonomics, it is actually very comfortable, very ergonomic. You feel like you have a lot of strength, leverage. Some may choose to hold it in this fashion. I prefer this way because it feels like I have more precision. And here is a close-up of the Satin finish push dagger. Right, the ergonomics are the same. See little finger grooves there. It's kind of swelled out. And in hand, it feels very comfortable. Feels like it gives a secure grip. This rests against your palm and thumb pad. Right, so overall, good ergonomics, and as I said, these are super light, 2.7 ounces. Here is the sheath that it comes with. The sheaths on both of these are identical, no matter which model you get. It is a stitched leather sheath. It has a metal belt clip, which it does feel sturdy, boot clip or belt clip. It has a button closure retaining flap, and it is a diagonal. It's diagonal, and it's designed so that you can open it just by pushing on that. Right, so you just push it like that, and deployment, very easy. Overall, it's actually a very well designed sheath. It's actually compact. The clip is sturdy, and this is this is definitely a lot better system than some sort of horizontal strap. All right, so that's the sheath that it comes with. Here is a comparison with a classic push dagger, the SafeMaker 1 cold steel push dagger, which is about 3 times the price of these. As you can see, the SafeMaker is larger. It's about 1 inch longer, heavier obviously, but very sturdy. The SafeMaker is chisel ground, whereas both of these do have conventional grinds on both sides. Right, but there is a size comparison. The SafeMaker one is excellent for the price, but as I said, it's almost 3 times as much as these. It's a bit bigger, a bit heavier. All right, so there you go. All right, so what do I think of these overall? I think of these as very specialized items. For soldiers, sure. I wouldn't carry these around because they do count as daggers, being double-edged, and the laws vary from area to area. But in general, I would not recommend carrying these around for a civilian. So I think these are more an old school type of soldier's boot knife. And the other group that I think might have some application with these would be people who have technical boxing training, boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai. If you know how to actually throw a punch in a correct way, when combined with that type of thing, these weapons become extremely devastating. Obviously, they count as a lethal weapon. It's as serious as a gun and should never be used in a situation where you wouldn't even be willing to use a firearm. Now, since most people do not actually have any boxing training, their ability to use these would be much more limited. If you don't know how to throw proper punches, then really you would only be able to utilize this at very close range, meaning in a grapple or in a clinch, okay? So for most people, this would be a push dagger and not a punch dagger, if you understand what I mean. Alright, so their use is very limited and very specialized, but nonetheless, for such a low price, very interesting pieces. You might want one just for the novelty, or like I said, soldiers, or I don't know, maybe if you live in some war zone or something, which I don't, thankfully. But they are light, compact, easy to deploy, easy to retain, so there you go. Hope you found this overview of these new products useful to you. Stay tuned for many more. I'm out of here.